Hello again, this is Alex with MasterChartsTrading.com, and this is market recap for Friday, June 8th, 2018. So again, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet done so. Thank you. We're gonna look at stocks as usual. Stocks are breaking out to fresh highs. We're seeing fresh highs in offensive sectors such as discretionary and retail, home builders. We'll look at home builders, look kind of interesting actually. So stock market I think is unequivocally bullish. We'll look at bonds and treasuries. Generally I think they're bearish. Dollar is kind of, I think it might be breaking out to new highs, and we'll do some quick Forex overview. I think it's, as dollar is breaking out, gold is still somewhat indecisive, but we'll look at individual currencies and see if we can see where gold is going. And we'll look at oil, natural gas, and crypto as always. So let's look at stocks first. So for example, here is SPY, S&P 500 ETF SPY. Our proxy for the market. This is actually a recent alert to my subscribers right there at 272.35. Went several average two ranges away from entry, so I would say this is a successful trade. Overall, again, the stock market is bullish. Here is QQQ, or we can do XLK. Actually makes very little difference. So these are again fresh highs here just yesterday. So again, unequivocally bullish posture. Here is small caps. IWM broke out even earlier, broke out to fresh highs in May here. So leadership from this offensive type sectors, for example, small caps are definitely more risky than the large caps. The technology sector, XLK or QQQ, is more risky than, let's say, industrial sector. It has a higher, well, actually, let me rephrase it. XLY, the consumer discretionary, is definitely more risky than some of the more conservative ones, for example, XLP, which is a staples. And here is XLY. This is a select sector consumer discretionary fund, and these are fresh highs just today on Friday. So again, this is showing good appetite for risk. If such high beta stocks as XRT, we got a retail ETF also break into fresh highs, and there's our latest alert here. So again, XRT, for example, is breaking to fresh highs. This is showing that retail industry, and this is a diversified XRT, diversified retail ETF. I think retail industry is doing quite well right now in the United States, at the very least. Let's look at what else we wanted to take a look at. So home builders. So interesting chart, and I wanted to show this chart here. So you can see this is XHB, home builders ETF. So under pretty severe pressure, made a high back in January of this year, and basically has been selling off till pretty recently. Notice that it's been bouncing around the indicator lines. By the way, if you need more information about these indicators, please go to MasterChartsTrading.com. But notice that what I sent to my subscribers, if this XRT would have closed below this yellow line, which is currently at 38.85, then I would have said, this is probably not a good idea to own, and it might continue lower. So that would be like a trend setter for me. But it obviously didn't happen. Notice that it bounced exactly around those lines, never closed below them. Support was repeatedly found there on multiple occasions. Here's one on the 25th of April, another one a couple in May here, and another one in May here. So 2, so actually a total of 5 touches of this yellow indicator line, and then finally a surge. So this chart kind of looks interesting. I like that it's kind of bounced here exactly where the support was drawn, and now I see a breakout above intermediate resistance. So right now, you know, this line here at red at 1493, I would consider this resistance, and now I see it. This looks like a intermediate breakout. So to me, I would potentially look for a further appreciation to 43.44, and then I would definitely say that we're in a bull market. Technically, we haven't actually crossed into the bear market, and for me, for stocks again, and these are stocks, I would have said that if on this date here, on the 15th of May, this security would have closed below this yellow line, I would have said, okay, that's it. I'm going to avoid it, and additionally, potentially, we could look for shorting opportunities. But this obviously didn't happen, so I'm going to continue assuming that this is a bullish security. Ergo, I'm going to be looking for continuation of appreciation of the price here, and eventually I will look for either a top-in pattern here or possibly a breakout again. So of late, I've been liking the breakout trades, more and more. So overall, this security XHB seems to be not yet in a bear market, at least, and looks promising, I guess is the word. So overall, the stock market is pretty unequivocally bullish. This is S&P 500 SPY approaching fresh highs, above the blue support resistance line. I mean, there is not much I can see in terms of bearishness for this chart and for stock market. I mean, I'm sure there are pockets of weakness, but overall, the pockets of strength and the sectors of strength, for example, technology, discretionary, industrials, are doing, quite well. So overall, the stock market, I think, is in a bull market, and we should continue to look for setups and buying opportunities, not short setups or selling opportunities. Okay, let's move on to bonds. So the most important bond fund is TLT. So let's look at TLT. Computer's a little slow. All right, here we go. So bonds overall, I think, are in a bear market. There's a 52-week lows here, just in in May of this year. Very sharp bounce and just a sharp pullback. So you can see that if you did just a limit sell at the red line, you could have made nice money here already. So again, we're bouncing kind of towards that 121 area, and I think we could see fresh push by the bears here. If the sellers come in here around 121, I think we could easily see another low. Overall, general stock market here is, well, we can do LQD first. LQD is corporate bonds. You can see they're basically approaching fresh lows again. So again, overall, I don't have any bonds in my portfolios, either trading or the investment, for the retirement portfolios. So I'm currently have, stocks in my portfolios, but no bonds. Here's AGG, overall stock market again, overall bond market again. So same thing, bearish. This bounce that I just showed in TLT from the May into late May didn't even get to the support resistance line here at 107. I think we can, it's possible that the price will retest that area, but I don't see any turnarounds. I see continuing lows and expansion of the lows. So let's look at junk bonds. Junk bonds kind of correlate more with the stock market. Not loving this action for junk debt, so I can see that we're again approaching lows. In fact, we made a low since February, just a few days ago, so not a very good chart. I think we could see continuation to fresh lows, and maybe this February low will be taken out. Junk bonds correlate strongly with stocks, so I'm not exactly sure where this is going. Perhaps junk bonds are rolling over before the stocks. No, it's difficult to say. But since stocks are at fresh highs, we can just treat it as such. And if junk bonds will eventually begin correlating again with the stocks, then we can see junk bonds rally and then continue higher. But for now, I see a divergence between junk and stocks. All right, let's look what else we needed to cover. Okay, so let's continue to the dollar and the Forex universe. First things first, let's look at the overall dollar index, DXY. So overall dollar index, I think, broke out into a bull market on the 28th of May, where my pointer is hovering is right now. Now we're witnessing a kind of like a pullback. I like the way this pullback is unfolding, and especially I like the fact that you can see the indicators are curving down. So what does that mean? That means the price has less distance to travel from where it's currently to bullish levels. I think we're already in a bull market here. I think this pullback could be like an opportunity to get long. It's possible. So here's Euro versus US dollar, and it's the exact Euro versus US dollar. So it's an exact, almost an exact mirror image of the DXY chart that I just showed. Here I think we have a breakdown, bearish break on the 25th of May, and basically the same thing but in reverse. Now we need to look for shorting opportunities, and I think right now would be pretty decent. I personally prefer to short on break below the line, but now the price is quite overextended in the opposite direction. I think we could see strong selling here in favor of US dollar. In other words, US dollar will appreciate versus the euro. British pound, nothing out of the ordinary on this one. A very similar pattern to euro. There's the bearish break on the 29th of May. Same thing. Pullback. The indicators are curving down. So basically on break below the red line, currently at 1.331, I would short in favor of US dollar. US dollar versus Japanese yen. Again, I think the dollar is winning the battle, so we should be buying this pair. Notice again, very nice bottoming action, exactly at the indicator lines, and then a rally here. So, I think we already have a breakout on the 21st of May, and I think we could continue higher from here. Excuse me, I got the wrong button here. All right, US dollar. So let me look at US dollar versus Canadian dollar, and this kind of looks interesting right now, like that. So breakout on the 28th of May, and I like the way this action is. This is a bullish action. Strongly bullish action, I think. I mean, it's probably a really good time to buy around 1.28593, about this levels here, 1.287. Like, I would be very interested myself to just put a limit here, put a limit buy, and then just wait for a bounce higher. with a stop below this red line. Proportion, the size of the position would be proportionate, obviously, to your account. So if you don't understand how to do it, send me a link, send me a question. All right, Australian dollar versus US dollar. This is a bearish security, so again, in this case, the US dollar is winning the battle, and anywhere around the red line would be a good place to short. So 0.768 currently. You know, I don't really trade this, you know, Forex that much. Trade occasionally, but the property, or rather, property, the ideas are basically the same. You know, you look for selling opportunities in a downtrend. You look for buying opportunities in an uptrend. So it's pretty straightforward. NZD USD, New Zealand dollar versus US dollar, very similar to Australian dollar. So here would be a good place to sell or short at 0.707. All right, let me see what else. US dollar versus Swiss franc. Yep, same thing. US dollar is winning the battle, so anywhere around 0.97 would be a good place to buy. Alright, and US dollar versus Mexican peso. Computer is a bit slow. Yeah, nice breakout here. Beautiful move from the 2nd of May. Just straight higher. US dollar versus South African rand. They're pretty, you know, not very traded currency pairs, but they're interesting to look at. Notice here we're still thinking, oh, we're going to be selling, but now it's possible that we're looking at breakout. It's possible that it's reversing. All right, dollar versus ruble. Yeah, same thing. Bullish security. I would be buying US dollar with rubles. US dollar versus Turkish lira, for example. Yeah, you know, this is a tapping pattern here on the 23rd of May, so now we're seeing a pullback. I think I would be buying this pair around 4.35 at the blue line, basically. And you can, again, find out more about these indicators at MasterChartsTrading.com. Alright, so overall the dollar is looking like it's breaking out to the upside. This will weigh on gold, so let me show you gold next. So again, this is a dollar index and it looks like it's breaking out. Let's continue to gold. So here's gold XAU USD. This is still a tough call. I mean, here I proposed an idea for a options play. So far, this would have probably been unresolved. It looks like there is resistance up here at 1305. Well, let's look to futures. GC1 exclamation point. What are the futures saying? It's pretty similar to XAU USD. Yeah, same thing. Actually, yeah, interesting that here on Thursday we saw a touch of this line, so still, yeah, there's resistance up here. But it is a tough call because the way the dollar is behaving versus other currencies, I am pretty sure that we're rolling over into a bear market for gold, but I'm not yet unequivocally sure of that. GDX, gold miners, weak chart, attempting to get above this red line. Notice the gold was up here by the blue line. Now GDX is by the red line, and it's just not looking great. Gold will need to really rally fast. I think we could easily collapse here to like below 20 bucks maybe even. All right, next is oil. So let's look at oil. CL1 exclamation point. So oil fresh highs here just a few weeks ago on the 22nd of May. Nice normal looking pullback. By the way this price action is looking, I think we can expect to come down a little lower, probably to 61 or 62 bucks. But I think it's a bullish security, and I think once it gets down there, there would be buyers at those levels. Energy ETF briefly, XLE. Bullish action. There was an alert here recently, relatively, and very nice move. Overall bullish action. Oil is bullish, so again we will need to look for buying opportunities on a pullback. Let's look at natural gas and GAS and gas. So I'm seeing selling here, and I see resistance at the red line, but overall this is kind of sideways action, and ideally, we should break below 2.859, below the 29th of May low, and just continue lower. That would be my perfect scenario. Obviously, those perfect scenarios don't always work out. Something like this would have been beautiful from the 1st of February. There's a beautiful break right there. We'll see if this similar picture manifests itself or not. Finally, let's look at cryptos, BTC USD. Again, this is a bearish chart, bearish security, good opportunity to sell or short it on the 8th of May of this year. We're approaching just outright, terrible levels. If we break below this yellow line, conservative players will come into play and most likely will just dump their Bitcoin holdings. I can easily see price collapsing to below 4,000 probably. If we break below this yellow line, we could see a big move down. Ethereum, ETH/USD. A couple of nice opportunities to short. Here's one on the 22nd of May. Here's another one on the 14th of March. This opportunity on the 25th of April, would have still worked because I would have put my stop above this blue line and make a proportional position size. So basically we have three nice selling opportunities, and again the same thing. If we break below this yellow line, which is currently at 460, I think we can easily collapse to below 350. Litecoin, LTC/USD, already moved down over 30% from a recent alert from previous videos. Again, same thing. If we break below 102, we can just continue lower to maybe like 80 bucks or even lower. So overall, cryptocurrencies are in definite downtrends, and I would avoid them. Alright, that's it for this week's recap. As usual, please like the video. If you found this video valuable, please share it with others. And if you have any questions or comments, you can make them below. Also subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions, again, you can send me alerts, send me a link or a question. Go to please to MasterChartsTrading.com, click on alerts and indicators, and look for a sign up button. You can get my alerts, you can get my indicators that I'm showing in the presentations. And again, Thanks for watching and have another great trading week. Bye bye.